And already you can see Cloud9 angling into some of those dualies for electronic, setting him up for success. Not a bad shout.
Yeah, I think for a team like Cloud9, after getting knocked into the lower bracket early on and with the questions around their roster, these are the kind of best of 3 series that you want to start to find some redemption. Complexity edging towards B here. Couple sets of util as they kick off this B side execute. Hobbit under pressure, but with the kit and no armor, just wants to play retake while the rest of Cloud9 start to take the rest of the map.
Yeah, very standard stuff so far from Complexity, right? Just a smoke toward Temple, smoke toward front of sight, gets them in, gets the bomb plant down, and now it's JT fighting against 2 and maybe almost winning there as well. Doesn't quite end up going his way. The Glocks not seeming to help Complexity too much here, but still, EliGE and Grim are able to salvage a little bit, though both players being stuck in E-Box in a situation like this doesn't really help out too much. Hobbit's got a kit. He's safe for that defuse. He's sticking it, and there's nothing Complexity can do about it.
Trying to get a few more kills towards the end of the round with the bomb plant to maybe shore up their force by round number 2. These small little couple of extra kills can sometimes make a pretty big difference in terms of what you can put together in the next round. Complexity after, kind of give it to them, a successful execute in terms of getting into the post plant, maybe not having the smooth mid to late round that they were looking for. And as I mentioned, in comes the force by all Galil's AK armor for Grim, who, like I said, got a multi-frag in the pistol that can make a pretty big difference, and then a scout for hallzerk, but no utility for the T side. So this is going to be contact CS.
Smoke straight in mid and 1 out of E-Box here for Cloud9, so looking to control those areas of the map early on in the round.
Yeah, as a team with a lot more grenades in a round like this, their job is really just to use that utility to be able to create advantages, but Shiro looking for information over on B long, instantly punished there. So man disadvantage for the CT side now, and somewhat of a weaponry disadvantage as well.
Tends to be the case when the T side gets that bomb plant down. Got an AK there for Grim.
Not many people would say MP9 is a disadvantage, to be honest. Complexity slowly closing the net towards this big site, making their way through water, sitting outside B main. Like I said, no grenades. This is all just contact play, good spacing.
Yeah, I'm not feeling very confident here if I'm Hobbit either, right? Having to solo hold the B site with only an MP9. You've got Perfecto kind of floating around, but he's really not in a position to help you out too much at this stage. No flashes or anything like that. Maybe he can get a molly into main, but it's just not going to help at all, is it? Hobbit goes down for free. Now it's on to the rest of the squad, and Maxine, electronic, and Perfecto able to strike. Does make this one still a little interesting. Upgrade there for Axile. Won't matter because Grim's got the headshot with the AK, and JT covers off the rest. Complexity will win round 2. The force buy works out this time.
Crushing for the CT economy. They're going to have to force themselves, but particularly in MR12, these round 2 force buys on the T side post-bomb plant are absolutely brutal. See how Cloud9 is going to respond and recover to that. Of course, they are double eco, so they will have to force themselves. UMP out for Axile, mostly pistols across the board with a scout on Shiro. Complexity with much better utility than they had in the last round. Quick 3-1-1 across the map, looking to look for duels towards this B main area. Use this rifle advantage. Shiro really wants to try to connect this headshot with this scout, try to chip down the numbers of the cheat side.
Grim's been looking pretty good so far with that AK in hand. 5-0 at the moment. Not sure he's the kind of guy that I'd like to be challenging if I'm Cloud9.
Complexity after the initial contact towards B, now starting to work the middle of the map. EliGE with electronic to deal with. Great flash from Axile to set up electronic for success, but is traded out eventually. Axile to take next contact from house now.
That smoke's going to start to fade fairly soon. And it's going to bring with it quite a tenuous position for Axile, so quite safely moves back into cams. And as a result, mid-control is going to be gone over to the side of Complexity. It's on steady, working their way through the map, but it definitely does look like it's going to be a split. Floppy doesn't quite get his timing right, though. Perfecto gets a freebie, and then a nice headshot onto Grim as well with that deagle. It's falling apart a little bit here for Complexity. Cloud9 will make their own force buy work.
Absolutely amazing for the CT side to recover in that situation. Making the pistols work. Great flash timing to set up Electronic for this opening pick. Yes, it's only a 1-for-1, but it allows the CT's rotations to settle a lot more when they see Complexity going for that contact play across bridge. Allows Cloud9 to exactly this, lean a little bit more heavily towards the A side of the map, and unfortunately Complexity could have split towards B, but unfortunately read it incorrectly, and now they must go again for this force buy early on. Both teams fighting for control of the economy. And Electronic, in the fine form that he's in, you want to see him continue to find success taking these duels towards bridge, especially supported by some solid utility from the rest of his team, of which they have a lot now. Aggression on A main from Axile, and like I said, a player who, in his best form, in the best era of Cloud9, was very aggressive, able to get in the face and find great intuitive timings to find picks. So, already giving Cloud9 a bit of an advantage, and winning this round for the CT side would really help them steady the game that was so unstable to begin with after losing that second round.
Yeah, Axel's been someone that has been coming under fire a little bit in terms of his output at this event so far. 0.77 rating overall, and for someone that was really touted as being one of the big up-and-comers, hasn't quite worked out for him, at least at this event, but maybe there's still a peak yet to come, right? And if that is still the case, you'd be peaking at the right time if you're Cloud9, right? Peak today or peak tomorrow, going into the playoffs, and then you can really put some pressure on some of those top teams.
Grim not peaking at the right time. Doesn't look like it's going to work out for EliGE either. These contact plays with the Deagles, not finding much success, not any shots being connected here, but in comes the walk-through E-box from hallzerk. He's at least connected a shot onto Shiro, but a difficult shot to hit, nothing but head there onto a strafing MP9. Cloud9 steadies the ship up 3-1. They break the T-side economy and now have a chance at an anti-eco. Should have great money going forward on this CT side, and they will continue to front run for the foreseeable future in this half.
Yeah, very good start. Complexity's map pick as well, so if they are left reeling a little on Anubis, that's going to shake them for the rest of this series. Just back to the Glocks this time around for Complexity. Couple of P250s invested into. No util at all. This will be a farm round for Complexity. Where's Shiro with that MP9? He's in toward mid. So it might not get his opportunity if the push comes back toward A.
It's really just a bit of a nothing round for Complexity. For Cloud9, very important to keep max guns alive, just steady that economy as much as possible and try to min-max it. Still plenty of rounds to play with, even in the MR12 format. Make sure that you're not going to make yourself resettable. Nice EliGE. Does quite a lot of chip damage there. And look at this, Shiro on his way over to the right side of the map.
Nice flash. The timing looks good. Axile is going to say thank you very much for that one, Shiro. What a round from Cloud9.
That's a confidence builder for Axile.
Yeah.
He's already found some nice timings. He's already set up his teammates for success with some good utility. So
that's perfect, isn't it?
I think he's going to start to feel better and better as this game goes on. And Axile, from a rough performance in the opening couple of games here in Sydney, if he starts to step up, that is going to lift the floor of this Cloud9 roster, who some of which have already been putting in some good performances. Electronic and Hobbit have had some great maps so far.
That is very true. We're back into the buy round here, and straight away, JT able to strike through the smoke. Electronic gets his timing wrong.
B main push in the mid-round, though, in response from Cloud9. Not wanting to rest on their laurels and sit by the wayside from a man disadvantage situation. Hobbit's flank timing, all important as Complexity take a chokehold on mid and start this A split, I believe. Oh no, they're looking towards B initially. Waiting out this initial util. There's the HE nade to set them up to start to scale into the site. Axile able to pick two on the cross. Absolutely beautiful.
I mean, that's one of those situations, isn't it, where we're talking about in Counter-Strike 2, do you want to be holding an angle? Well, if you can do it like that, then yeah, is the answer, though Grim has been able to double back down and started nicely for Cloud9, has actually swung back in the other direction. Hobbit and Perfecto maybe even thinking about holding on to these weapons at this point in time.
Yeah, he never got a chance to get involved. Like, great flank timing. And Axile getting two there, put them in the pole position, but Grim just takes matters into his own hands. He's in great form so far this game. Looks like Cloud9 just trying to take guns away here. The new bomb radius really going to start to push these Ts off the site. Hobbit has got the exit covered. Perfecto trying to catch them in transition here.
There's one already for Perfecto and another for Hobbit, who will lose his life for his troubles. But a fairly costly round in the end for Complexity. Still, you'll take it early stages of the half.
Yeah, and usually you wouldn't want to trade with the D side on the CT side of the economy, but Cloud9, with the start that they've had so far to this game, they are going to be able to recover from that financially. So actually Cloud9 emptying their bank accounts, one alive on each team. Complexity going to have to reinvest in this next round. You know what that means? Round 7, all-important swing round. Start to decide this half. Initial smokes towards house. Bridge smoke in reply from the CTs. Complexity throwing this progression utility towards B, trying to bait out CT utility. Cloud9 just zoning the T's away from E-Box. In comes the push across bridge on the flash timing here for Complexity. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Shiro scrambling to get out of dodge.
Oh, not quite able to get away from JT, but at least he's going to be traded down. Speaking of which, that nade should do the same to Axile.
That changes things. You can see Complexity, as soon as they get that nade kill, they immediately start to walk back, understanding that that's the information taken away from the CT side, which forces Hobbit to float across, re-clear middle. Perfecto also staying active in the meanwhile. Both of these CTs moving, looking for a right timing to find a duel. Perfecto in this retake ace position, may be able to actually pick a T on the cross into the site here.
I was going to say, they may have found the right positions here, Cloud9, to have an early impact, though. Perfecto, this is an awkward peak when you've got 3 players watching Heaven. Still, timing looked okay, but in the end, nobody walking away with a couple of bullets blasted across their face. Perfecto dealt with by hallzerk. Good spacing from Complexity, and now it's just Hobbit who has to look to try to creep through this smoke. He's got a fair bit of util to work with. No smoke, though, for a defuse.
No head armor for Grim. Still hasn't upgraded his.
Hobbit's been good at this event so far, though. A little bit slow to start in this game, and will be swung by hallzerk. Nice timing. There goes another head, and there goes another round for Complexity. They're slowly building in this first half.
And keeps this game competitive. We had the back and forth of the force buys between both teams, and Cloud9 getting that win in the important swing round previously, and then the anti-eco, they were setting themselves up for success, but Complexity immediately hits back in this round. Those trades in middle, all important to rob the CTs of information, and then, you know, they just play it by the numbers after that. Just play contact in towards the extremities. So Complexity again against the pistols, looking to just take duels towards B main. But look at the boost up over the smoke. Perfecto almost found himself an angle. Unfortunately, Hobbit cleared up by that HE nade. It is a hero rifle, but mostly a save here for Cloud9, looking towards round 9.
Yeah, smoke's keeping Cloud9 at bay for the moment, but Complexity more than happy to just hang around outside of B main and slowly but surely take these fights. Now another set of util getting tossed in by Complexity, and it's on to Shiro. He's already got one. Can he find an angle for another now that his position is known? M4 in hand had to be the difference maker and won't be. Grim doubling down. Clean as a whistle on the entries.
Really having a fantastic game so far. Has to be said for Grim. Electronic, not much for him to do in this round, and I think Complexity with 4 alive here. He'd love to find Grim there. Actually, that was the right player to be taking a duel with, given the fact that Grim had no head armor. See if he's going to upgrade it heading into this round, or whether it's maybe a little bit of an oversight. Floppy a little sleepy early on in this game. Hasn't had a chance to get involved.
Well, what's the response here from Cloud9 after a string of a few rounds now in a row for Complexity, equalizing the scoreline? Looks like a bit more presence in toward mid. 2 players there, 1 toward A, 2 toward B. Fight again for Grim.
Yeah, no head armor. He hadn't upgraded it, and Hobbit's punished him for that.
Yeah, flash through the smoke as well is going to be dealt with by Perfecto. Still some pressure in onto the B bomb site, but the fact that Perfecto is still persisting there, and now the bomb's been dropped outside of mid, this round has fallen apart for Complexity. Far too many trades coming through from Cloud9, and intelligent CT pushes as well, catching Complexity roster off guard.
This is very winnable here for hallzerk. Finds the pick on the bridge player, well aware that his spawn is compromised. Electronic floating around in there. Perfecto Looking for the timing out. Waterside, there are 1v1s to be taken in this round. The CTs still not linking up. hallzerk, very cerebral from him, realizing where Electronic would reposition to cut the rotation back towards the A side of the map, but unfortunately can't connect the shot. And Cloud9 surviving with 2 players. Again, there's been really no clean economic rounds for some of these teams, and Complexity, they're going to take a timeout because their money's a little weird. Grim, 2K, 3K hallzerk. They could put together some kind of 8K Mac 10 by perhaps. Maybe a scout for hallzerk is definitely a possibility. And it may be worth it because the reset window is definitely there after Cloud9 reduced their loss bonus to $1,900 with only 2 players surviving. If Complexity do force here, they will find a swing round timing where they can reset the economy here, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Scout comes out for hallzerk, 3 rifles, and Tech 9 or a Mac 10, I'd imagine. Cloud9 very aggressive across bridge. Both teams seem to really just be changing up their approach about whether they... Ooh, hold on, chicken. No swimming, mate. Can't you read? Can't bloody read the sign.
I don't think chickens can read, actually. I've never met one that could.
This is something we need to remedy, Jordan. Some chicken education. Oh, Scout. Bit of a tag there onto Perfecto. Axile continuing to aggress over on house side. Jumping around with an SMG. Blood thinks it's Call of Duty right now. Can't blame him, though. I've been getting railed by that all week in CS2 Premier.
He's lucky to be alive, to be quite honest with you, but they're going to re-aggress onto A long. They've got that smoke deep, and so they do still control that area of the map. Meanwhile, Complexity on their way over to B, and it might well end up just being a contact play into the site here from Complexity.
I mean, it's 1 minute 20. Neither one of these teams has many nades left.
Goes down.
Oh,
Hobbit out of the picture early on in the piece, but Perfecto is at least able to secure one. Still bomb site now for Complexity.
The RC9 approach this retake. Axile making moves through middle here. Clears out close middle, so they know there's no T lurk, but they're mostly going to complete this retake in through CT spawn. It's going to be a big crossfire to break.
Yeah, tough retake for Complexity, and that is exactly why. JT, Floppy in combination, finding headshots together.
Yeah,
then EliGE one more, round is done.
That was never going to work, unfortunately, in the position that Complexity were in. I think Cloud9 didn't really have enough time to clear the rest of the map and make that less of a one-dimensional retake. Unfortunately, they had no CT utility to be able to come in towards that retake with. That's why I see a lot of teams quite passive on the save in these kind of situations. But a retake in through spawn side there, very, very difficult prospect into the crossfire that Complexity established for themselves across this, Ninja B main site. Basically just walking into a firing squad and Complexity setting themselves up a post plant. Like, look at this. As soon as JT takes contact, Floppy's swinging in, and then another player swinging from main at the same time. Like, you're running into a triangle crossfire off the contact. It's just, yeah.
Illuminati. Triangles everywhere, man.
100%. Watch your back.
X-Files music plays.
Perfecto. Hero rifle yet again here. It's a save from Cloud9, but they're going to give themselves an outside shot at winning it.
Oh, that nade. Oh, that's painful. 37 HP for Axile now. And they're going to try to get aggressive into mid. That is not going to work. EliGE is looking sharp.
So is Grim at the moment.
Everyone's doing okay for Complexity. I know it seems strange to say, right? EliGE is 4-7.
Well, in the initial group stage game against Monty, it was JT who was popping the hell off on this map. In their best of one, he had like a 26 bomb or something in 22 rounds or 23 rounds.
Oh, hang on a second, Hobbit. Ooh, couldn't quite hold on for the third, but even still, he's caused a bit of a ruckus and maybe given Cloud9 a little bit of an inkling back into this round. Electronic, though, will go down and Axile to follow suit. That keeps it safe for Complexity. A little bit of a speed bump, Pilski, but that's all right. We go straight over those here in Australia.
Yeah. You're meant to go about 20. Some of the people in my suburb, their car leans the ground a little bit. Go over those.
Get those extra star points.
That's it. I think Complexity, a 7-5 would be a serviceable half on the T side of Anubis here. If Cloud9 can get a 6-6 though, they're going to be quite happy with how this CT side went, to be honest.
Well, they have the money to buy into the final round of the half.
Comes out. for for hallzerk, but Shiro on the AUG.
Look at that, it's a T and a CT smoke in the exact same spot in mid, and indeed Complexity decided to go through it, which is to their detriment. Electronic was waiting.
An advantage now for Cloud9. Looking to finish this half strong, and Hobbit with the aggression on B main finally catches Grim, who was holding that passive position. Now Floppy trying to activate. It's just aggression across the map from Cloud9, catching perfect timings in B main, A main, middle. There's just nowhere that's safe for Complexity right now.
C9 has no chill. hallzerk. Haven't seen too much AWPing so far in the map for Complexity, but maybe that's yet to come on CT side. Now it's JT's job to creep in through mid. He's been spotted out, and I can't see this working. Best case scenario, it was a 1-for-1, which will leave hallzerk alone to his own devices. A nice relaxing round to finish off the first half of Anubis for Cloud9. Seems like Hobbit's position is known. But every second hallzerk waits is a second disappearing from the round. Nice flick, but he's still got so much more to do with 35 on the clock. And Perfecto playing a close angle will be a tough one to clear for the AWPer of Complexity. He's getting a bit of backup now as well. We all knew that one was going away of Cloud9. So 6 apiece at the end of the half, and things are hanging quite nicely in the balance for the first game of day 3 of IEM Sydney 2023. Welcome back Down Under. It is a beautiful day here in Sydney, but we're spending it inside watching Counter-Strike. Where would you rather be? But here, it is Complexity and Cloud9 butting heads on Anubis. It's about as sunny on Anubis as it is outside today.
Beautiful weather. ESL.gg/warmly, because that's just what the weather's like. Very nice. I think Cloud9 going to be quite happy with that CT half, moving on to the T side of Anubis. But look, Complexity nowhere near out of things. Could really go either way. Decoy thrown in there as Axar sprints straight into E-Box. They're not trying to force the issue too much on B. He's actually got an entry. The bomb's on the other side of the map. There's duels on A main and B main at the same time. This round's a complete mess.
4 players on A from Complexity. On B at the start of the round. I gotta say, trying to work into the site from E-Box is never a good feeling, but especially when there's 4 players waiting for you.
Yeah, this player lost over on Canal's side, though, is a bit of a weird one for Cloud9. That's why they're slowing this one down. Shiro, low HP as well, drops the bomb behind him. Mid-round aggression, though, for Complexity, not resting on their laurels, going and taking bridge control, understanding that they got the pick over on that A side of the map, and there's no movement in towards E-Box anymore. So something's amiss. And Detective EliGE going to go and try and find out what's going on.
Well, Shiro not having too much success with that P250.
I think EliGE has been heard here by Perfecto, so he's... I was going to say he's done! The hitboxes! Help! Floppy swung Shiro as well. It might not have even been the hitboxes. I just love to have a win.
I think you just missed it.
1 on 4. User error, perhaps. And unfortunately, it was a tall task, and he's but a wee boy.
I'm sure they're going to do him with a replay. You know what I mean? Like, they've got that one.
Let's
the
do it.
replay operator's like, we can get him now.
I can find out.
Let's see what we get. Pretty routine stuff at the start of the round. Oh, we didn't get it from Perfecto's POV.
EliGE has no hair, so
he got scared. He got startled.
Ooh.
That happened to you. That happens to me all the time.
No, I play Counter-Strike in something close to a state of a coma, you know.
Counter-Strike is a horror game to me.
Really?
Yeah, like jump scares and everything.
Oh, look at this.
Good
Tech
timing.
9s, Mac 10s, all across the bridge. EliGE for 3. He makes it look so easy with the MP9. Nothing but headshots. And Cloud9, that's really going to slow down the momentum, Jordan. We're hoping to get off to a hot start on this T side, and Complexity just getting in their face, man.
Okay. It's kicking off here on day 3. Complexity, you know what is on the line. Floppy taking the role of the cute kangaroo in one of the promo videos. Be a fan favorite, I think, if they do make it into the arena. That's the sharp couple of taps from Axile.
Don't want to lose too many guns here, Complexity. Let's keep this one nice and clean. Hot flash down into water. Trying to bait someone to peek on bridge side. Hello. Takes a shot grim on E-Box. Exile's just trying to make this one expensive. 30 seconds. He's not getting on the site and getting the plant here. We all know it.
All right. That's an interesting smoke.
Fake flash, I believe. It's much harder in CS2 to differentiate between the different kinds of nades based on the mold.
It is. I'd struggle with it. Okay, well, in the end, Complexity won't lose more than the 1 member.
17 and 6 for Grim. Great game he's having. Yeah. It's good spray control.
Get that smiling EliGE meme out.
Yeah, that was classic EliGE. Green screen EliGE at his best. Cloud9 on the full eco now. And Complexity throwing down the gauntlet. Saying, look, we got that dub over at Pro League, and this one's going much the same way. Need to do something about it.
Well, what can they do about it with only pistols in the back pocket?
Yeah, nothing in this round. They're just looking to take a couple of guns away if they can, because Complexity's economy is starting to build up quite a lot. hallzerk's the bank of Complexity right now. Jason Lake's been sending him transfers straight into the account. Oh my god!
Gotta send some to Shiro. That Glock is putting in work. hallzerk
Just got absolutely glocked.
The perfect spot to deal with the push, though, from Electronic, and still not really much success from Cloud9 so far in the half.
More money for hallzerk. Man's made of money at this point, and to be honest, given the cost of living in Norway, I'd say he's probably going to need to be if he wants to set himself up for retirement.
Easy as you like there for Complexity. Looking cool, calm and collected.
Yeah, this is where the 6-6 half, though, is going to do Cloud9 a lot of favours. They did a lot of work on their CT side, which is going to give them the chance to recover from losing these in a couple of rounds and at least have a couple of cracks to adapt. It's something that on certain score lines and something the pros have been mentioning a lot in interviews recently, that not only due to the fact that it's a new game and there's new gimmicks, but also the LR12 format gives you way less gun rounds to be able to adapt and make a change. Some games you don't even get to do it. But Cloud9 will have a couple of gun rounds to have a crack here.
Now they're already 3 rounds away, Complexity. From EliGE getting it to number 12, which was a comforted position. 1-for-1 on the entry from Axile. And they're going to layer a couple of flashes through those. Some of those seem to have caught Axile. He can't push any further forward. Smoke in his face. He's slowed down.
Yeah, Cloud9 wrestle control of A main here, deny information to the CT side. They've also got a little bit of presence over towards B main. EliGE is having a bit of a shoulder in middle. That hasn't been taken by the T's, and he's actually made a nice little info play across bridge here. So Complexity looking to shift in the mid-round, and look at that. Shiro was ready for it, but a missed shot onto EliGE means that it's a man advantage for Complexity instead of the other way around.
It happens. But a fairly inopportune time for it to occur for Cloud9. Means that Axile's going to have to go and retrieve the bomb. And 40 seconds left here for Cloud9. There's a resmoke in for B main. Complexity feeling comfortable. JT's got a big role to play here, but I'm not sure what Axile's doing there.
Couldn't tell you.
That
I think he was looking at the new textures. These maps are pretty, you know.
He's got
the bricks looking, the bricks hitting different these days.
A butterfly.
Look at that.
Or was it like a piece of candy? Piece of candy.
Yeah, Cloud9 just going to save here. Bombs dropped in. As soon as the bomb got dropped in water, these players at B main were like,
Like, is he lining up a smoke or something? I don't know. Did he have any use? Oh, it's a mess.
Oh, dear.
Electronic died after time.
Legally blind. $250. Yikes. Complexity very happy about how that one went. What a way to lose a round from C9. They went 1-for-1 in A main, Jordan. They're in a 4-on-4. They were in control of that round. Here's what happened afterwards. Ready? Shiro misses a shot.
What is he looking at? What is he looking at? Is he trying to line up a piece of util?
Yeah, I think so. Like a volley, probably. But seriously, Shiro misses the shot on the bridge player, concedes another player disadvantage, then Axile gets shot looking at the ground, and then Electronic dies after time. What a nightmare situation for Cloud9. They're going to try and resolve it the old-fashioned way. AK's armor, contact into the site.
Oh, it's not gone too well for Cloud9 come the second half. Here's Floppy, ready and waiting. Awkward spot to find himself in now, but he's able to get that smoke down to provide a little bit more space. Unfortunately, CS2 smokes don't stop bullets. Valve haven't added that one yet, though they've been making some interesting changes. And Complexity now no longer in control of the A-bomb site.
Electronic on the lurk with the Glock. Not much really for him to do in a round like this. Complexity setting up for the retake. They're going to get disrupted here early on by Axile in an aggressive position like that.
Retake's on here for Complexity, but Electronic from behind, only good for one. Still, that causes enough of a ruckus. Keep the numbers favorable for Cloud9. Hobbit stuck in the corner, doesn't need to move, is finished off by hallzerk. Crossfire, too good. Perfecto finishes off Grim, and that is Cloud9 having finally some success.
Still plenty of money for Complexity, though. They'll well and truly be able to recover from that one. AWP gets picked up for Shiro on the T side here. Saw some heroic AWPing from Alistair in the game yesterday on T side Ancient.
Oh, that's true. And on CT, to be fair. Wasn't enough to get the dub, though.
Yeah. Old news, old news. AWP out for EliGE. Double AWP for Complexity on CT side. So spending all of their money, if this round doesn't go well for them, that's going to be Cloud9 straight back into this game.
They've got time to play, though, Complexity, to recover that economy.
Oh, this orb duel going to be all critical. Shiro and hallzerk. Molly out! Shiro with the man advantage here. Orb on the T side has gone well for Cloud9, but they've had the man advantage before and then it's fallen apart. Not this time. Electronic, great lurk timing across bridge. Further extending the advantage for Complexity. You can see they want to get active. They know they have to make a play here or they're going to be bankrupt and C9's back into this game.
Yeah, Grim is quaking in his boots over toward B with only an AWP. And obviously defend against a big brush of Cloud9 members, so he's hoping that something else will happen over toward A, and that will be the case. The push into A long for Complexity is going to be tested, and it is going to be dealt with. 1-for-1 in the end, as EliGE is able to trade it down.
Yeah, Cloud9 not in a rush to go anywhere, though. Just waiting for Complexity to make more mistakes from a man disadvantage situation. They're expecting the pushes, and Cloud9, after making contact over on A main, rerouting back towards B. Smoking off those deep angles, leaving the lurk behind in middle.
It's missing by a B stick. But that's enough. Cloud9 will win the round. Now the question is going to be whether or not Complexity can hold on to these two AWPs. Already you've got Electronic on the hunt through mid. He's gone in the wrong direction, though.
Yeah, these AWPs will be massive to save for Complexity. An outside shot at winning the next round. Pistols around them. Electronic going down.
Hello? Hi, Electronic.
Bit disappointing.
All right.
Yeah, we saw. Yeah. Yep. I'd like to see if the AWPs get saved, and they will. Lovely. So Complexity, I dare say, probably just going to be pistols around the AWP. Going to take a save here. Cloud9, though, that's a big round for them to win. You know, they've kind of been hanging in the balance, but that's going to buy them more time to continue to recover, continue to make adaptations. Exile, another great little entry from him. Seems to be finding some consistent impact here. His aggression timings on point for Cloud9. Timeout for Complexity. Difficult decision to be making, you know, but I think, yeah, I think most teams in these situations, they're just going to go pistols around the AWP. And if the round doesn't go well, continue to try to save the AWPs. They've still got a lot of legs left in this half. It's not a bad thing to be building up more loss bonus at this 10-8 scoreline. It's only MR12. You know, you'd really want to be maxing out the loss bonus in an MR15 format where you have more times to get those 3.4k loss bonus buys. But even in an MR12, you know, you've still got 6 rounds left to play here. There's really a minimum. There's no rush.
Still a threatening round. Double AWP, just not quite able to have the impact yet. Grim is waiting for the swing on the right side of the pillar. Not going to get it.
Yeah,
I think away.
Maybe in a gun round you take a risk like that, but you understand that you're at a pretty big advantage in terms of weapons and utility in a round like this as Cloud9, even if all forces come out. Axile, these entries are looking crispy today. But the good thing about being on a head stack is that Floppy immediately retrieves that AWP after EliGE goes down.
Grim's on the push here as well. Perfecto waiting for it still. We're talking about Floppy. He's managing to connect onto Axile. The real push is coming over toward the B side of the map, and that nade might even end up being false information for Complexity because I don't actually think they spotted anyone in E-box. Util's getting tossed on out. hallzerk, not much of an assistance with that USP, and Grim was dealt with by the nade. So,
yeah, probably just a gun save for Complexity here. AK and all picked up. Save that for the next round. I love that little detail. So Grim, you saw him buy that HE nade earlier on in the round. Only an HE nade purchase for him. And what he did that was clever is in the E-box smoke, just drops the nade when the smoke has about 5 seconds left on it. Because a lot of the time, that's when the Ts are going to start to move into a position where they're going to actually make something happen. You know, you don't want to nade the smoke when it's just up. You want to nade the smoke when you expect the Ts to be there and create that timing to pick them with the AWP. JT, will he hold on to the AK here? Cloud9 on the hunt. The aim punch is way too much for the CTs to handle here. And That's not good news for Complexity, although they still can put together a buy here. Losing those 2 extra guns without taking more guns away from Cloud9 is really going to take a couple extra grenades away from them.
Yeah, the success is starting to escape Complexity. Cloud9 working hard, much like they did at the Sausage Sizzle at Bunnings yesterday.
Yeah.
Are they having as much fun? I'm not sure.
hallzerk, blast cannon from him. EliGE boosted up over the bridge smoke here. Cloud9 just continuing to play this slow default brand of Counter-Strike, working the map. Electronic applying utility pressure towards middle. Grim with the man advantage though. Picks Shiro early on towards B main here. It's going to put the press on Cloud9 a little.
Yeah, Hobbart's got some words for the team at the moment. He's certainly having a chat. Not sure he's pulling that rotation across the nade into the smoke, and that actually gives Hobbit the kill onto JT.
I mean, JT wanted to take that fight.
He did.
Unfortunately, I think he's ended up in a 95-4 kind of situation on the M4 spray there. This is going to prompt Cloud9 to start creeping up E-box, start to contact into this B site, but the push is split up a little bit.
Looks like
B main smoke coming down.
Or wallbanged?
Maybe spam through the smoke. Could have been an HE as well. He's got no armor.
Not even a bloody good HE if he's down to 16 HP, but either way, he's dead now, so that doesn't matter, and it's on to Grim to try to hold the line. He gets the bink, and he gets the kill as well. EliGE on the rotation through the E-box, as can be helping him out. And it's not quite gone the way Cloud9 wanted it to. It's down to Hobbit on 5 HP. Oh dear, EliGE lives on 8.
20 seconds.
There's a hair's breadth in it.
He's going to save it. Still plenty of cash to continue reinvesting in Cloud9. Look, maybe if he hits that shot onto EliGE, you might consider going for it. But regardless, Cloud9, although they did lose the round, somewhat happy with the outcome of that round. As we head towards the tail end of this half, they are bankrupting the CT economy, reducing their loss bonus. And with the cash that they built up over the last few rounds, they have the ability to continue to buy, continue to try to go for that juicy reset window right at the end of the game and try to close this game to regulation on the T side here.
Yeah, oh, that's so sad. Hobbit down on 5 HP. JT won't be happy with that.
That was a 95-4.
Yeah.
You know, he sprayed him down, and then the last, probably 12 to 20 bullets of his spray went into Narnia, and Hobbit just killed him. It happens to the best of us.
Not me, though. I can only hit 2 or 3 bullets. So, faster play into mid from Cloud9 this time, picking the pace up. That has caught EliGE off guard.
Be a massive reset round if Cloud9 is able to realize it. hallzerk pecking one back though. Molotov's off the angle. Cloud9
JT
continuing to spread the map. Perfecto has been tasked with holding onto this B main controller. Complexity after spotting him out. Oof. They're going to fall back. Simultaneously, the fights are happening in A main. It's just both teams working map control across the map. Similar to what C9 was doing, Complexity are playing a very fluid CT side that necessitates aggression. We've ended up in a 3-on-3 here. Not only are the Ts active, well, the Ts are actually less active than the CTs here. Complexity are looking for information here, looking to re-clear middle. They know Electronic loves to stick around like a bad smell over here on bridge.
Okay. And things slowed down. With 35 seconds left, Cloud9 are going to have to get a bit of a wriggle on.
Group up with Electronic.
Choose to go toward A here. It's just Floppy holding that position. He's got no delaying util at all.
11 bullets as well. He hasn't reloaded his M4.
Yeah, that's probably good for 1 kill only, you would think. That said, maybe I've spoken too soon. Floppy, that was crispy indeed. But now it's on to Perfecto, 13 seconds. I don't see him winning this round from here. He'll get at least the kill onto Floppy and might get one more. Wouldn't have won in the round, though. That is very well done from Floppy.
Big impact, has to be said. Complexity only surviving with 2 players once again without the bomb plant for Cloud9. Shiro's a little poorer than the rest of them. There is enough money to buy, but it's very light util. Shiro just down to a Galil and armor. What is this buy? Is Hobbit going to buy AK armor too? All right, this is it for Cloud9. 3 smokes and a Molotov. There's no nuance in a round like this is going to be contact CS, maybe some default execute smokes or information denial smokes, but it's got to be shots hit on the T side here.
Or is it just run and gun?
Well, it's not. They're once again spreading the map like they've been doing every single round. They've got to wait out and respect that initial utility. The CTs have a pretty distinctive grenade advantage in this round. Smoke goes into house for the Ts. Complexity going to boost over that. Make sure they don't lose too much bridge control, but Grim aggressing in the mid-round finds 2. EliGE finds another one. This is C9 on the ropes now in a 2-on-5.
Yeah, Perfecto and Axile, how do you come back from this? They're completely at ends with each other. They're on the opposite sides of the map. The bomb's not in their control either. Axile's going to have to go and retrieve that. Time ticking away. EliGE is on the push as well. It has gone horribly wrong for Cloud9 in this, what will certainly be the final round of the map. Complexity 1 away from securing number 13, and it is just Perfecto trying to hold the line. He's going to dislodge Grim, but he has so much more to do.
What a map from Grim, 26 and 11. Another multi-frag aggressing out B main. I mean, the bomb's on the other side of the map. This is a foregone conclusion, unfortunately.
Yeah. Look at this setup from Complexity as well. Just every single member in the same square formation. There's no way you're winning that one, Perfecto. It's 13-9 for Complexity. And they will be very pleased with their first outing here on day 3 of IEM Sydney 2023. It's going to be a long road ahead, Pilski, but that is the way to start it.
Yeah, I mean, the series not done yet, but, you know, we repeat the same map pool again. And like I said,